So to do that, you will stop sharing this. That is ending, because this is what we can see. Then you can do a fresh share when you have landed on your browser. Just any browser will work. Any browser that you use, it should work. Then you share again. So now the server is already on, so you want to test if it is working. So now you go to the browser, you write localhost /, then you click enter. You don't use your mouse, you just click enter on your keyboard. Put /, then click hit enter on your keyboard. Enter on your keyboard.
Like that?
Yes. Good. So now if you get this website, it means that your server is working, and it is even tell you have successfully installed Xampp on this system. That is on the text there. So this is how you test if the server is working after you start the operations for Apache and MySQL. This is what you do. So we have confirmed now it is working. So the next thing is we want to install WordPress to this server. The server is called Xampp. So you want to install. So this process should be the same for the person using WAMP, but it is not the same for the person using a live server. Because for the live server, you don't need to download anything. You just need to go to the cPanel account, scroll down to the Softaculous tab, then you'll see WordPress there. Then you can install WordPress. But the first thing is to create a subdomain. So I hope, Tony, you have managed to create a subdomain, as I said yesterday, so that you can have a place where you can be able to install a fresh installation of WordPress.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so while we are here, I suppose you have downloaded WordPress already, the file itself. So I would ask you to stop sharing this, and you go to your downloads where we can see the real file that you downloaded yesterday, or maybe today, the WordPress file. We want it as it is. So you can share your screen while you are on that file. So click the file, highlight. So you click once to highlight it. You use your left, is it called what? It is called left click on your mouse to highlight. You first highlight. Don't just put your mouse there. Don't double click. Only click once. So it is highlighted. That's okay. It is highlighted now. When you see it has a different color than the other, you know it is highlighted. So right click. But before you do that, let's do, we want to cut. So just cut. We want to carry all of it. Cut. Okay. So let's go to, where is your drive C? Do you have drive C? Navigate to drive C. Open drive C. Then open Xampp. You can see Xampp folder. So now after you open, we come to htdocs. This is the most important file. This is the equivalent of file manager. So open htdocs. It is number 6 folder from top. So you paste the file here now on the htdocs. So now it is pasted here. So we need to extract it. Just right click, because we have placed it where we want. So we just want to right click. So this is no more files and copying. We have not started anything. So what options do you have to extract? If you're joining us right now, mute yourself, please. If you're joining us right now, mute yourself, or if you have noise around you. So extract, or that's the only option I think you have. So just click it. I don't know where it will take the file, but it will tell us. Wait for it. Is it doing that? Because I can't see. Henry, confirm. Is it extracting? Because I can't see.
Saying select a destination and extract files.
Okay, choose the same folder we want. Go to htdocs, Xampp htdocs. That is on drive C. That should be the location you choose. I can't see it, but I think you know how to navigate on these folders. So just choose drive C, Xampp htdocs, so that it is on the same place where we can see it. We don't want to struggle.
Yeah, it's now indicating copying.
Okay, we wait for it. Once it's done, you tell us, because we can't see the screen extracting.
You can't see the pop-up?
No, we can't see it, but we can see the folder htdocs that you had initially shared. But don't worry, we don't need anything on the extraction. We just want the real file to be displayed here. So after, because I see it has already created the folder WordPress, so you tell us when it is done, so that we open the folder and start working on it.
All right.
Mm. Has it not finished yet?
It's at 57%.
Wow, I think it is slow. It is very slow, because the file is not so huge. It's only 23 MB. But no problem, we wait. So while we wait, do you have any question on the extraction from either of you? Any question on how to extract? So always you will be using this folder if you are using Xampp. Even if you are using a programming languages, you will place your files here. So write down this folder so that you don't forget tomorrow. This is where you access all your files. This is like your file manager for Xampp. So it is drive C, then Xampp. So any software you install, automatically it is created. It creates a folder under drive C. So that's automatic. Now you navigate to the same software you install, like Xampp, then you open htdocs. That's where you find your files. So the other ones are just custom files. That's why you can load localhost and see our website. So that's the files that we are seeing here. These are the files. So any question on how to extract while we are still there? Most computers come with the extraction software. You don't need to download anything. But if it pushes you, you can download something like WinRAR. I think WinRAR is free. WinZip is premium. You have to pay after the trial period.
It's done now.
Okay, so if it is done, open the WordPress file folder now, because now we have a folder. You can see it. No, that's not the folder. The one you copied is a file. So the work its work is done. Go back. The WordPress above there. Yes, this one. Yeah, that one. Open it. So now we can see the files. So these are the files we need. So now after you extract, there's nothing else we need to do here. We just need to configure the WordPress software together with our server, since we have already placed the files here. So stop sharing this. Let's go to the browser. Share the browser. So if you have any question on this extraction thing, you just ask me so that we can sort it right now for the extraction. Okay, so you can edit the link that we already have here. So remove dashboard there. Just write localhost/WordPress alone. Localhost/WordPress. So we are trying now. The name WordPress is the same folder we have seen. We have just extracted. So add another /. Okay, click enter now. So this is the starting point of installation. So the reason why I've told Henry to use localhost/WordPress, just the way you use you access a live server files, you start with the www dot. So now equivalent of that when you are using a local server is localhost / the folder name that you want to open as a website. And in this case, it is WordPress, which we have just extracted. So we have started now in the installation process for those who are using Xampp or Worm. So choose the language. English is by default chosen. So just click continue there. It is already chosen by default. You can see continue on bottom. Yeah. So here, you don't click let's go. You read what is here first so that you understand it better. So it is saying welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, you need to know the following items: database name, database username, database password, database host, then table prefix. So these things we can do with them right away. You don't have to worry. Just open a new tab. We want to see what is database name. Just open a new tab. Okay, write localhost /. Then you click enter. So we want to access the database area so that we can create a database name. The database name will help us to install our files properly. So now while we are here, when you write localhost, there are different ways you can access the database area. So the database area we want is phpMyAdmin. So we have just accessed it through coming to this website first. So you just write localhost /. So there's a link on top there on the header section, the blue colored background area. We need to click database there. Why don't you scroll up? Why don't you scroll up? The things I'm talking about are on top.
Okay.
So you click phpMyAdmin. Click phpMyAdmin. That is our database area. So click that. So on the phpMyAdmin, we will be able to create a database. Now the good thing with the WordPress, you don't have to create a database table. The table is automatically placed on the database. Someone is speaking. If your mic is on, please mute yourself. So we want to create a new database name. So how do we create one while we are here? So you can copy this link and save it. How to access the database area, you can just type localhost phpMyAdmin. That is a shortcut. You can also decide to come to the localhost landing page, then you will click phpMyAdmin on top. It's just up to you. The one that you find it easier, you can do it. Also, when you are opening Xampp control panel, on the MySQL, you can just click MySQL. It will open as a link. It will just take you to the same place. But I prefer, since you are learning website development, just be typing the link in full. So you type local/phpMyAdmin, not a long name. So now while we are here, we want to create a database name. So you click new on the left side. There is an option to click new on the left side. There is a on the left side of this site. You can see something new. So just click new. Then on the middle there, it is saying create database. So you give it a name. Any database should have a name. So there's a place to fill the name there. So just give it a short name that makes sense. Just use small letters, just the way all the other databases are there. So just any name that you want. You don't have to overthink. You can even use numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then click create. Then that will be done. We are not going to do anything else on this section. We just need to create the database name. So now, since the database name is created, you just go back to the other tab we had. Don't close this. I will show you how it will be populated. Just leave it the way it is. Just go to the other previous tab that we were using to install WordPress. Since now you know the database name. Okay. I'll give you time. I know Zoom is preventing you to see. So now database name there. So now we know the database name. The database username we know by default. We don't have a password to access our database. So it will be empty. Then database host is what we also know is localhost. So database host, when it asks you, all the databases host is localhost. So just click let's go now. So that because we know the details that we want. So now there you fill the database name that you have just created right now. Okay, for the username, you write username is root, ROOT, that is by default. In database, when you create a user called root user, it means this user has all the privileges to do anything on the database. So that's why we use root by default. Now what we want to do is the password, we have not created any password. So we don't need anything. So scroll down and click submit. The details here are okay. Database host is localhost. Table prefix is okay, WP. So now it is telling you all right, meaning that the details are correct. So click run the installation now. So good. So it is telling you that you welcome to the WordPress installation process. So the details you provide here are the details you will be using to access your WordPress admin panel. So anytime you want to log in to access your website files, you must put the details that you are going to provide here. So ensure you provide details that you can remember always. One thing I usually like telling people is you can't reset password anyhowly using an offline server like this Xampp. So ensure you use a very easy password you have been using all your life, so that you don't complicate things tomorrow when you are trying to access the same files. So what you need to do now, just provide any site title. I usually tell people, ensure you have an idea of the website that you would want if you wanted to create one today. So for instance, now I don't know what you want to create, Henry, but I would tell you maybe to think about your passion or something like any organization you'd want to start, any business. Just think about that. Use the ideas that you have to create now a website. So use that and provide. Site name should have a space. It is just a name. You can start with capital letter and also provide a space, because this is a name. It will show as a name. That's why it is called title. So for the username, just use your first name. That is what I would advise you, because you can't forget your first name. Then the password, you can hide there and just use any password you have been using all your life, so that tomorrow you don't have to reset, because there's no way to reset. So if any one of you forgets the password, there's no solution of resetting the password. Unless you know, maybe you tell me, but I've never seen now you can reset a password when you are offline. So if you use a wrong password, just do the same process to install again, because you will lose that installation without the password. Yes, so just provide email here. It is needed, even though I don't know the purpose when you are working offline. So ensure the password you have used, you know it well. You can even type when you are sleeping. So now the following button for the search engine visibility, since we are working offline, it is not of any need for us to tick or untick that box. So I would just tell you to do what you think is right there and just click install WordPress, because for the search engine, it means that, do you want Google to see the website? Google cannot see something that is not online. So that's why I say it doesn't make sense. So just click install WordPress. Okay, so you can save the password if you want. You appear to have already login. You can log in. Provide the details. And Danish Odhiambo, turn off your mic, please, unless you want to ask a question. It is producing an echo. Just use your first name. It should work. No need of typing the whole email. It has told you username or email. So if you think you are going to forget, the best way is save your password when you are installing. So good. So Henry has just installed WordPress, and now he can say he has started the process of creating a WordPress website. You can dismiss this notification. It has no importance to us. So you can also view your website by clicking the site title of your website. Just click it once, it will open. So now you can see your website. This is like an empty page, of which you will transform it to a website. So now while we are there, let's have questions, because I know you have many, for those who are trying to do this right now. But what I'll do is I will advise you not to do it at the same time. You follow up first, so that you know. So that's how you install a WordPress in a Xampp environment. That is how you install WordPress. Any question while we are still there? I'll wait for 2 minutes for the questions. So while we are still here, waiting for some questions, I want to check on the register while we are here so that we mark those who are present. So we have Henry, Samuel, Henry, Samuel. Samuel, did you register using the link I had shared on the group?
Yes, I did, and okay, I went to an extent of extracting those files, and I think I did share with you as to a certain level where it wanted to provide some password and username. So then I just needed to know, is the folder name having any impact? Because I extracted on a folder and I named my folder example site. So I don't know if maybe a folder name that I extracted to could have an impact as we go forward.
No, it doesn't matter. You can use any name you want. But ensure you are not using the name WordPress like Henry, because Henry used WordPress because he has a folder called WordPress. That's why he used that. But if you want, you can change it to another name and it should work normal because the site is the same, the files are the same, it's just the name. So if you used examples.com something, you just have to type the name the way it is. Don't try to remove any. If there's a space, ensure it has a space. So just copy the name. I think it is the best way. Just copy, don't type. Copy the name, then come to the browser, write localhost / the name. It should work.
Okay, thank you.
And I was asking you about registering on the link I shared for the web development. I don't know if you answer that because you connected with a question. So you can still confirm. Okay. Accord. Accord, did you register?
Not really. I'm not in the group, so maybe I'll get to know that.
Okay. Caroline Silla, you also present on the last court, right? And is Danish Odhiambo same as Dan Odhiambo?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Edith.
Yeah.
I'm just marking the register. We have Joe Kimanzi. Let me check. Joe Kimanzi. You have a question? Proceed. Joe Kimanzi, you are not in the register. Is this your first class?
Yes, sir. This is my first class.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would request that you share the link where I can register.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the question. Ndegwa, you decided to use only one name.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought I'd written two names. Let me register again.
Okay. Jacinta, are you on the register? How comes a lot of people who registered are not even here? Jacinta. Jacinta, are you with us? Are you in a position to speak? Or you are using chat? Jacinta, where are you? Where are you situated right now? And Hope, are you on the register? If you are still here. Hope. Hope is not on the register. Okay. So, Edith, you said you had a question, or I had wrong.
Listen to the recording. I think nilipotea kidogo na malipo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have Danny said I should go to browser and do my registration. No, we are not registering today. We did registration a long time ago. What we are doing today is we are creating a website. Don't confuse the two. Registration was done a long time ago. I'll share the link later to register. What we are doing today, when we are going to the browser, that is how you install WordPress on Xampp, and you access it on the browser. It's not like we are trying to do registration things on the browser. Okay, that's clear. So Henry, you can proceed, and we can see your charts. Let's go to the dashboard where you are. So while we are here, refresh this screen and you will see. Just refresh. Yes, refresh. Now it was empty. Oh, you have gone to the other one. I wanted you to remain on that database. What's happening?
Well,
Yeah,
this
you have already refreshed, eh? Yeah, you
yes.
see you have a lot of tables now, and you had empty tables. So that's how WordPress installs tables automatically. So that's okay. Go to the dashboard now on the other tab. So this section is done. We don't need it. At least not for now. So now go to the dashboard again. To go to the dashboard, you just click the same place you clicked to view your website. So you just click the site title again. close this. I think it is confusing you. We are no longer using this database thing. And you have a lot of tabs. I hope you are managing to use them. It seems you are a computer guy. You have been using computers for long. Not many people can handle this type of tabs. So congratulations on managing to use all these tabs. So now, since we have started now the process of creating our website using WordPress. But in the first place, what we said is very important. We said it is a theme, so we need a theme. We need a theme, and a theme, we'll just use a free theme. So to start, go to appearance, just click appearance. Yeah, you can just click over on appearance, click themes. So click themes. So there, I'll tell you to add new. Click add new. There's a small button called add new there on top. Just after the themes, 3 things. You can see it. Add new. Yeah, it is the same as that one, but I was talking about the small button on top after the name themes on this page you are on. So it is the same. So wait for it to load. We need look for Ocean WP. Just scroll down a little bit. You will see it. A little bit. You can use the arrow thing. Oh, it's okay. Just scroll down. The Ocean one. That Ocean WP. It is the yellow one. So when you are there, click install. Click install, Henry. Yes.
Yes, it's installing. I don't know if you can still see my screen.
Yeah, I can see. Maybe it is lagging behind. I don't know why. So you wait. After it is installed, anything in WordPress, if you install, you must activate. You activate so that it can become active. So click active now. Activate. Now, wait. So you click now after our theme is active now. Our theme is active. You can just open a new tab. Don't close this. You can right click on the site title and say open on a new tab. Close the database thing there. We are done with it. Just open and close it. Even this one we have finished with downloading.
Why do I feel I have closed the tab I was working on?
Why don't you open these files on a new browser, which is just fresh, and you minimize this so that you continue with your work later. Any browser should work. Just open any.
Maybe just a few seconds.
Stop sharing this so that you will share the next browser. Okay, so now I would say you open a new tab so that you can just see the transformation after you gotten the new thing. So just type local/WordPress. Yeah, click enter. So now you see at least the design has changed a little bit by just updating the theme. So just leave this active. So go to the previous tab. We continue. Okay, so install and activate Ocean Extra the way it is telling you. Skip on this. It is done. We don't need anything else. Okay, so now you can scroll down to this. You have two options to access install demos. One, you can see it on the left side, and the other one, you will see it after you scroll down. So click install demos. Just scroll down. You will see it. You can close that pop-up there. Close that pop-up. So click install demos. It is number 3 after customizer. Scroll down to see the demos. So I want you to go with this gym. Wait there. So that gym demo, I want you to import it. Just click import. When you import is you want to have the design that you can see inside that screenshot. You want to have it as your website now after the process of importing. So now in this case, you have to install all the recommended plugins. As you can read there, you can see the required plugins. You can read to understand what it means when you are doing this. You can read why it is important. Not just one line, the one line and the required plugin. So after you read that, you will understand why it is important to install the required plugins. So the ones that have a button called get this add-on, you don't dwell with them because those are additional. Just from the name add-on, you can stay without them. So don't touch them. Just install the ones with install now button. And this should be always, all the time when you are working with WordPress. Anything extra is not important. So you wait for it. After it is active, like the first two, you will go to the next step. So good. So go to the next step. Install. We need everything. So if it is not highlighted, you ensure you highlight everything. So we need everything there. So your work here is just to wait for the importation process to finish. So we can take a break as this finishes. I'll be on the check to see when it is done. So I see now the design is done. The demo has done importation. So you can scroll down to see what is happening to this, what we have here, and what we can do to make it better. So we'll see the site. It is like a complete design. So you have to make it your own now, removing all the unnecessary sections. Like if you don't want this gym stuff, you can transform it to whatever product you want. So we will be using this design to come up with any type of website that we want. If it is safaris, tours and safari, if it is a business website, if it is an institution, we will do that. You can even click these other pages to see what's happening. Just explore them for us. We will be seeing. Start with about to go to the others. Yes, so this is good. At least you have seen it is possible. That's why I said this class will start to be practical. So now practical has started officially. We will not deal with theories anymore, not even a single day. So now we have started our practicals now. So now I don't want people to be very far so that they are confused. So at least familiarize yourself up to this end. I'll share the recording. And also, if you have a question, just post it on the group. I think someone like Henry has gotten a lot of knowledge. It should be of help and also others. So I think we should just reach there, because if I go beyond and people are not maybe getting it, they might be stuck. So I think what they can do is we reach there, I share the recording early. The problem with yesterday and the other day is I've had internet problem, but it is sorted now. So I think I will just share it today. And now we can have questions. So let's questions come.